Behind the scene, they work very hard to do what they do, to stay motivated. This is the Teachers Reality Show. This is the Teachers Reality Show. The Teachers TV Reality Show.
Hello viewers. The next task you are going to watch is Teachers Parliament. And the topic up for discussion is enhancing the quality of education through the professionalization of teaching. You will be seeing the housemates coming one by one to give their talks, and they will be assessed accordingly by the jury and by the judges. We'll be paying attention to the understanding of the concept, the various organs or persons or agencies of government that are responsible for the enforcement, and how that will impact on the quality of education. Stay back and watch.
This is the Teachers Reality Show. The Teachers TV Reality Show.
Hello viewers, my name is Adekunle Adesheyi Emmanuel, housemate number 13. Welcome to Teachers Parliament, and I'm here to discuss the topic, enhancing the quality of education through teaching professionalization. Before I continue, I would like to define some keywords. Skill or quality. What is quality? Quality could mean a level of excellence. What is education? According to Professor R.A. Allen in 2014, I quote, he defined education as a process of imparting knowledge, skills, attitudes to learners in order to bring about a positive change. End of quote. What is teaching? Teaching is the process or the art of educating others. And what is a profession? A profession can be defined as a job or a skill or an expertise that required special training. Now, what are those things that we can do to the teaching profession to make it in order for it to deliver quality education? Number one is at our entry point. We must ensure that our input, those who want to enter into the teaching profession, that our cutoff are not low. We must not accept rejects from other departments and other faculties. We must ensure that those who are coming to faculty of education, to colleges of education, they enter on merit. We should not admit mediocres into the teaching profession. Number two, licensing. We must license our teachers. It must be on a yearly or 2-year basis. They must continue to be licensed every year or 2 years so that they can be measured up to par to the best practice. Number three, for any profession to be professional, there must be what is called the code of conduct and ethics. And in teaching profession, we must have teaching codes and conduct. A teacher should not come to the classroom dressed like a tout. There should be what should be put on, there should be the language that will be used, and there are certain behaviors that is expected of a teacher. 4, specialization. In other professions like the medicine, they have specialization. We have people that are opticians, we have dentists, and we have so many others. So in teaching profession, we should not just employ people into different levels of education based on what they have read. For example, it is an aberration when someone who read Agric education and the person is employed in early childhood, in nursery school. No, we should put round pegs in round holes. But the person that studied early childhood should be employed to teach in the junior, in the lower classes. Another point to make is that our professional unions, the NUT, the ANCOPS, the ASU, they must look beyond just going on strikes. Rather, they must always meet in order to ensure that policies that will make education to be better are being implemented.
Hello viewers, my name is Dominic. I will be talking on enhancing the quality of education through teacher professionalization. The success of every educational system depends largely on the quality of teachers. Quality is not a destination. It is a continuous journey. And to achieve this quality, the government and the teachers have certain role to play. Number one, the government should ensure that the entry level is reviewed from NCE to degree. Some countries like Finland have even PhD as teachers in the primary school. In 1983, the policy was reviewed, and that's where we missed it. And the quality is going down because NCE is not properly prepared to start teaching at the primary school level. Two, I will institute quality assurance departments in the ministries of education, where inspectors go out to ensure that quality teaching and learning happens in schools. Three, I will ensure teacher exchange programs where teachers are taken to other schools to learn from the experts or the long-standing experience of others. Four, I will talk about the commitment and the passion and the dedication in the aspect of teachers. Five, I will talk about the teacher motivation. This is done through their salaries and their welfare. Teaching is a profession that should be highly regarded in the society. If a teacher is well paid, the teacher's integrity, the teacher's esteem will be in check to deliver quality teaching. Sixth, I will ensure that recruitments are done through specializations. Don't give someone that studied English education like me to teach math. The quality won't come out. Seven, I will ensure that the government put in place measures to involve technology. The use of technology, 21st century teaching, the quality will come out when technology is in use.
Education must reach the hand, the heart, and the head. My name is Blessing Seriki, and I'm here to share with you about some steps in which you can enhance the quality of education through teachers' professionalism. But just before I go on, I would like to say that professional teaching competencies is a process and not a destination. One, every aspiring teacher should undergo and pass through the College of Education, whereby they undergo the basic training a teacher requires to be a professional teacher. Two, every teacher should be a graduate of an educational institution where they have a certificate to show that indeed they've passed through an educational system. Three, every teacher should be registered with the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria after undergoing a stipulated examination to certify that indeed they are professional teachers. Four, I will recommend that every 3 to 5 years, a professional exam should be given to all teachers in order to give them a license to certify that they are equipped and updated in their field of study. 5, every professional teacher should be familiar with the curriculum in use in order to have a good delivery in the classroom system. 6, every professional teacher should be spontaneous and dynamic in every area. 7, every professional teacher should be versatile because ignorance is not an excuse. 8, every professional teacher should have a good working relationship with the parents, guardians, and especially the learners. 9, every professional teacher should be properly monitored by superiors who are also aware of the educational system and the techniques involved.
Hello viewers, my name is John Odonogwa, housemate number 7. I'm here to speak on enhancing the quality of education through teachers' professionalization. Now, for teachers all over the world, and most importantly in Nigeria, there is this tag that teachers usually are not people who get certain kinds of gifts or even certain kinds of qualities that are associated with other professions. So sometimes people tend to look down on teachers and do not see any reason why they should respect teachers. But I'm here to give some points to buttress the fact that teachers have an importance within the society and that their importance cannot be relegated to the background. First and foremost, the government on their part have a lot to do in showing that teachers are supposed to be revered in the society. What they are supposed to do is to make sure that the mass media and other social media outfits try to promote the qualities and even the activities of teachers. Now, this is done to quash the notion that teachers are not active people, or that stereotype about teachers that they are poor or that they are lazy and all those other things. And secondly, for all qualified teachers, I would suggest that they should be registered with the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria to be more professional on their own side, so that we don't have a lot of quacks or those who are just joining the profession for the sake of the money or trying to get something for their livelihood. Now, another way of trying to improve the professionalization of teaching in Nigeria is by educating people more about the need to not jump into the education line just because they want to get something immediate out of it. So it is not a case of, okay, I didn't get admission to Polytechnic or to university, so my only option now is to jump to a college of education. So people who are really ready to impart knowledge should be the ones to go into the teaching line or into colleges of education.
Good day, dear viewers. My name is Vivian Ifeago, housemate number 3. Today, I'll be talking about enhancing the quality of education through teachers' professionalization. Number 1, tech savvy. Some people said that computers are going to replace teachers, but today, I'm telling you that tech-savvy teachers are going to replace non-tech-savvy teachers. It is very important to know, to get the knowledge of technology in this our 21st century in order to enhance our quality of education. Number 2, professional training. Teachers need to go for professional training. Teachers need to go for professional training as many times as possible, because they need to be more resourceful, they need to meet other teachers and share best practices for education. Number 3, reward system. Every class teacher needs to provide a reward system in the classroom so that it can help the outstanding pupils, and also motivate other pupils. Likewise, the employers, they are also supposed to build a reward system for the teachers. The government should ensure that every teacher is qualified. Also, the TRCN, known as Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, should also try its best in maintaining their standard. Number 4, learning styles. Teachers should know their learners' learning styles in order to help them very well during teaching and learning. Accountability. Teachers are supposed to be very accountable with everything that happens in the classroom, ranging from knowing the child to the materials in the classroom that they are using. I would like to talk about discipline. You cannot give what you don't have. Hence, as a teacher, get disciplined so that your students will also emulate from you.
Good day, viewers at home. I'm Olawale Oladimeji, housemate number 1. I'm here to talk about how we can professionalize teaching to lead to an improved quality of education in Nigeria. One, I'll be talking on qualification. We should ensure that qualified teachers are actually teaching. People that did not study education should not be permitted to enter classrooms. And if they want to actually go into teaching, they should be made to undergo a postgraduate diploma in education. Two is about certification. The body in Nigeria responsible to license teachers is the TRCN, Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria. It was established by Act 31 of 1993 and now ACT-3 of 2004. This body is to ensure that everybody that will teach in class is certified. Three is about establishment of schools. There are criteria for establishment of schools, be it pre-primary and primary, secondary, and tertiary. We should ensure that these people that are establishing schools follow the laid-down principles according to the national policy on education. Next is about a befitting salary scale and minimum wage for teachers. Teachers are not less intelligent. Teachers make other professions happen. They should be treated well in this country, and they deserve the very best when it comes to wages and salaries. Number 6, I will talk about examination bodies that go for accreditation in schools. They should ensure they do a proper scrutiny of the processes of education in the schools that they go to. Number 7, I'll talk on enrollments into schools. The minimum score for UTME for medicine should not be different from education. Since teachers are not less intelligent, there should be a good entry level so that we know we have intelligent teachers. Number 8, I'll talk about maturity of students that are being admitted into schools. There should be a proper level grant of entering a primary school, a secondary school. If the child does not measure up with the maturity level, it should be ensured because it's part of what makes the child's performance in school. I will also talk about empowering the National Union of Teachers, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, the Colleges of Education Staff Union, KOASU. They should be well empowered to fight for the rights and privileges of teachers in this country.
The Teachers TV reality show. Supported by. For sponsorship and advert on the Teachers reality TV show, please call the numbers 0803-489-8510, 0812-120-2104.
How much is this?
If you pay for them, you will select any other 9 rappers for this shop.
Eh? I want this. I want this. I want this one. How much is this bag?
Madam, this one are 5,000. If you pick any other 19 for this shop.
Can I get my size in this? Kingsley go like this one, oh. Please let me have 500 naira 9 mobile recharge card.
4,500 naira.
Yes.
Why is it that you get 9 times of everything you pay for? Even your network, they give you 9 times. Give me 9 mobile SIM now.
Recharge 200 naira or more, and you will get 9 times your recharge on 9 mobile. Existing customers, feed dial *611*20# to join. New customers, just buy your SIM and recharge.
My 9 extra bags.
9 Mobile. Here for you. Here for Naija.
The Teachers reality TV show is gradually coming to an end, and the closer it gets, the more interesting it is.
That's right, and today is particularly interesting because Housemate will not just be performing a task, but will be going on an adventure to a secret farm I won't be telling you about yet.
I can't personally wait to visit the farm again.
I know, right? Well, my only experience I had with the farm was my dad's farm, actually. He just asked me to pluck 2 weeds, just to show that, yes, I should.
I practically grew in the farm for 23 years. Shh, don't tell anybody.
I just said it on camera.
All right, people, we'll be right back.
This is the Teachers reality show. The The Teachers TV reality show.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
So, what's the name?
I'm Olawale Oladimeji.
It's okay. So I'm going to be asking you just 4 basic questions.
Okay, sir.
So the first question I'm going to ask you is, what kind of person will you describe yourself? Do you think you're more of an introverted person, somebody who is kind of quiet, or someone who is very extroverted, who talks, who interacts, who is not a shy person? Which one do you think you're more of, particularly when you were younger in secondary school?
When I was younger, probably because of the roles I was always playing, as probably almost every of my class, I was the class captain. So I didn't have a choice than to always talk. But personally, I talk when it is just necessary.
So you're probably more of a reserved person?
Yes.
Okay. So also, do you think you are imaginative? Do you think with pictures, images in your mind?
Yes.
So can you explain that to me? How do you explain that?
I visualize a lot. For example, even this grand finale we are preparing for, I was already thinking of how it would be, how they would announce, and the best is things like that, how it would happen.
Were you in sciences in secondary school?
Yes, sciences.
How was chemistry for you?
In secondary school, it was unfortunate. I went to a public school, and the school I went to, they were not really teaching us well. So they didn't even make me like sciences like that. But I was going for extra moral classes in the evening, so that actually helped me to a level that, sad enough, when I finished secondary school, we were 256. I was the only person that had all my papers.
So you are not so bad in sciences, would you say? Since you passed it in WAEC, would you say?
I'm not so bad.
It's okay. Thirdly, do you think you're an emotional person? Do you think you're kind, nice, sympathetic, empathetic, soft-hearted, and diplomatic person?
Yes.
Or you're more of a critical, analytical kind of person?
I am emotional. Only that, at times, if displaying the way I feel will make another person still feel another way, I try to hold it to myself, even though I'm going through that kind of thing.
Is it easy for you to cry? Have you cried because something happened before?
It is not easy to cry. I think the way I see things is I don't have to cry before. I don't have to show you that it's painful.
It's okay. It's okay. So lastly, do you think you are a structured, organized, time-conscious person, or you're more of a flexible, adaptable?
I am very, very structured, to a level that I know where I put my wristwatch. I know where I do this. So if I don't find the wristwatch there, I don't look for it elsewhere. Someone has picked it up.
Okay. Thank you very much. So basically what this also just means is that you have a calling towards what we call people development. With these 4 questions I've asked you, it means you have a calling towards developing people, empowering people, also inspiring people.
Yes.
You must have seen that in your life.
Of course.
Your students, you try, at times you may even move out of what you are teaching them to teach them about life lessons and all of that. That's what this profile is showing. Thank you very much.
Wow.
We have only 5 minutes. Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Your name, please?
Vivian Ifiawo.
Yeah, good. It's okay. So like I asked Mr. Alawali, do you think you're more of an extroverted person or introvert?
I think I'm more like intro, though I know when to be reserved too.
Okay. Yes, you're more of an introvert?
I'm more of extro, though I know when to be intro.
It's
like
okay. Describe to me, who is an extrovert?
An extrovert is somebody that is outgoing and fun.
Was that the case when you were younger in secondary school? Were you the life of the party, talks to everybody in the class?
In secondary school, my mom was a teacher there, a mathematics teacher, so I tried to be a teacher's child.
But why mommy is not in school or somewhere?
Because of that, because she's still a teacher, because of the rules guiding me, I still had to be very calm, We are still trying to understand who you are. So I guess that was more or less, I was quiet, very quiet.
It's okay, but you are not a quiet person?
When it's time for me to show the energy I have, I give it out.
It's okay. So which one do I put you now? Introvert or extrovert?
I think in between.
No, you have to be one out of the two. Which one?
I have to listen to you. You have to tell me.
You should know right now, right? Because as you are
No, we
trying
don't
to,
have time.
sometimes
We have only 5 minutes, so I can't probe in more.
Okay, I think I'm.
Just help
I
me.
think I'm extra.
It's okay. So, do you think you're imaginative?
Yeah, I'm very creative. I think that's one of my strength. Yes, because in my teaching line, it's always what people notice. Oh, this girl, you're very creative.
Okay. When you were in secondary, did you draw?
Oh, I
Primary
love
school,
drawing.
Did you write poems? Did you write stories? Did you write all of that in primary school?
In primary school, yes, I love drawing. In fact, I have a very good handwriting. In fact, when you see me write, that's the first thing you will notice. Wow, that handwriting is very cool.
It's okay.
So, and I can remember my fine art teacher's name.
It's okay. Do you think you're emotional?
Yes, I am.
It's okay.
So I try to control it because I'm an adult.
It's okay. Do you think you are more of an organized person or flexible, adaptable person?
I'm very organized.
Very organized.
Very organized.
Have you seen that you have leadership potentials? Have you head departments while in school, or were you head girl or whatever in school?
In school, in secondary school then, just like I said, my mom was there, so I tried my best not to actually come out. I don't know why, anyway. But right now, I have a forum, I call it Teen Circle Forum. I organize for teenagers. So somehow, yeah, I know I have that in me.
So because what this is showing leadership, and it's showing capacity for people development also, wanting to help people. Particularly yours is even more of wanting to see people become better. They are here because they encountered me. They have become better. Have you noticed that with your work?
Somehow.
Tell me about that briefly.
Okay, just like I said, being a teacher, a teenager period, it wasn't that easy because I think it was a period for me to find out who I am. I was still discovering who am I and stuff like that, and I didn't enjoy my teenagehood. So I tried. When I became an adult, I was like, I really want to, help these teenagers. And then daddy was like, you need to be a doctor, you have to be a doctor, mommy and daddy. So they were like, as if they were trying to, direct me where I should go, but that's not really what I wanted. Honestly, I wanted to be an engineer, and my daddy would be like, you'll be like this, you'll be a, no, it's not for a woman.
Because you have a lot of potential towards human beings, human development. If you are studying engineering, you have to be developing and working with machines. But thank God that you found yourself with human beings, because that is where your potential lies. I'm seeing leadership here, and I'm also seeing people development, empowering people also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
So what's the name?
Atar John.
It's okay. So I'd like to know if you're more of an introverted person or extrovert.
Okay, growing up, I was more like an introvert. Yeah, but teaching has kind of brought out the other side of me.
So what do you think you are now?
I think I still have that part.
Because just speaking with you, yes. I know you are an introvert.
Yes.
I'm just looking at your face. Teaching doesn't change people.
Okay.
You discover that even though teaching makes you to always talk, when you are done talking, you go back. And that going back is actually who you are. It's okay. Yeah. So do you think you are also very imaginative?
Yes. I think that's one of my strongest points. And it has been something that has been there for
Are you a science teacher? Are you in sciences?
No, arts. I teach English.
English is okay. Did you write poems or all those things?
A lot of them. Poems, short stories, and currently I'm an editor on a particular website.
It's okay. It's okay. Do you think you're emotional?
When I need to be, yeah.
It's okay. But generally, how would you describe yourself? Do you think you are kind, nice, sympathetic, empathetic, soft-hearted, diplomatic person, or you are more of a critical, analytical, logical, rational, direct in speech, tough-minded person?
For me, I see myself as somebody who is sympathetic, but then some persons will see the other way around if they do not really understand me, which is quite difficult for them. They often find it difficult to understand me.
It's okay. So if something happens to a child, are you likely going to feel do you empathize to feel exactly how that child feels? Do you think that, even though people may not know, but does that happen to you?
Yeah, there have been times when I was almost moved to tears for a child who, I think something, either the parents died, one of the parents died or something.
Do you like arguments?
Arguments.
Do you like engage in arguments with friends?
I stay away from arguments most times.
It's okay. So do you think you're organized or is a spontaneous person?
No, I'm organized.
It's okay. Just like I spoke with Mr. Oladimiji, you also have that number one, leadership. Do you think you are a leader?
Yes.
Do you see yourself? Do you think you are someone with integrity?
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
Okay.
How do you know you are a man of integrity?
Okay, there have been so many responsibilities, more or less, or leadership positions I've held. Even currently, I'm the head of department in my own unit now. And a lot of times, people come with the idea of, okay, let's do it this way, it's better, it's easier to go like this. I say, no, let's do it the right way. And a lot of persons just feel, if it's Mr. John, forget him, he will not like us to do it like this. They want to cut corners and all that, which I don't like.
This is also showing, one of the ways we can know if you are an integral person is even punctuality. Do you think you are a punctual person?
Yeah.
Are you saying that to encourage yourself? Or?
No, not to encourage myself, because even right now, saying it by myself will almost seem as if I'm proud. So maybe if there were other persons from my school who you ask, they'll probably tell you the same thing.
Because it's showing here that you are somebody who likes to almost play by the rules. Oh, they said nobody should come later than 8. You won't be found coming 8:30. That's the kind of person you are.
I could come earlier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You won't come later. Thank you very much, Mr. Arthur John. God bless.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's okay. So how would you describe yourself? Do you think you are a quiet person or a very outgoing, extroverted person?
I'm not quiet. Yes, sir.
Do you think you're more of an outgoing, outspoken, energetic, enthusiastic kind of person, or someone who's quiet, reserved, likes a space, like to be alone, like to think?
I'll go the first description.
The outgoing, outspoken, energetic, enthusiastic.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. So, which course are you teaching, or what did you study in the university?
I study biology education. I'm teaching all subjects.
All?
Yes, sir. Because it's a primary school. I teach in a primary school.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, do you think you are imaginative too? Or do you see yourself cramming when you are reading? Have you noticed that? When you are reading a book, do you see yourself almost cramming it, or you just understand it by your imagination?
I think I create scenes when I read. I create the scene, possibly when I'm reading a book. She said he was doing this, so I get to imagine the person basically doing it at that moment. Yeah.
So I guess you're emotional too, or you're not?
It depends.
Okay. Depends. You don't express your emotion, or you don't feel so emotional every time?
I think I cry. I'm easily moved to tears when I'm worried about a particular thing or situation per se. When I feel sad.
It's okay, but you don't think you're emotional? An emotional person is usually very empathetic and they sympathize. They are soft-hearted. Somebody who is not emotional, they're usually very critical and analytical. Which one will you say you are in the two?
My heart goes out for people. So I don't know if that's being emotional.
It's part of it. But you don't think you're more of a critical person?
I can be very rational.
You can be very rational?
Yes, I don't.
Do you find yourself arguing with your friends?
I know. I try to avoid it because once I give you my own side of the story or try to view what you are viewing as A and I'm viewing it as B, C, I try to make you see that it could possibly be B or C and you don't want to see it that way, I just let it go.
It's okay.
But I don't like viewing things in just one direction.
So which will you choose now? Do you think you're more, because it has to come from you, I'll just give you the information.
Okay, sir.
Do you think you're more of an emotional person or a critical person? Final answer.
Emotional.
Okay. And lastly, do you think you're organized? Planful, scheduled, time-conscious person, or you're more of flexible, adaptable, playful, funful, let life happen, I can't kill myself kind of person?
No.
Which one are you more of in the two?
I have plans. Every month, as I'm beginning my month, I know when I'm doing what I'm told. I become flexible when something very important comes in.
It's okay. So it has to be important.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. So how about leadership? Have you seen yourself being a leader wherever you found yourself, probably in secondary school? Share with us briefly.
Okay. In primary school, I was a timekeeper. In secondary school, I was a club, one of the head schools in the club. And then in my family, I've been like a mother. I'm presently like a mother and a father to my siblings. And then I just handed over National Secretary of my youth fellowship recently. By the grace of God, I'm privileged to own a small semi-foundation, Bliss King. And then I have a group called Beautiful.
Okay, so you initiate things and start things by yourself.
Yes.
It's okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
It's a blessing, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So like I asked the other contestants, where would you think you belong to? The extrovert or introvert side?
I'm introverted.
It's okay. How about, do you think you're imaginative?
Yeah, I'm a writer, so I imagine a lot. I write scripts.
For drama or what?
Drama.
Movie?
Drama, novels. Yeah, so I have to be imaginative to do all of that.
It's okay. Do you think you are an emotional person too?
I'm sympathetic.
Why are you all of you teachers very emotional like this?
You have to be empathetic to work with children.
I agree.
Yeah, and you put yourself in their shoes most times. I wouldn't last 18 years if I'm not empathetic. Children, little ones, adolescents, even with parents sometimes.
So do you think you're more of that organized person also?
I'm very organized.
Tell me about that.
I place my clothes in the wardrobe according to colors. I'm timely. I like things structured. I'm a leader. I'm a principal of a school. 90 staff working under me, so everyone, I have to know their names. I have about 570 students, and I know them by names. I call them by their names. I know everybody's profile.
It's okay, so you're more of that organized person and all of that.
Yes.
Do you think you are, because this is also showing that you are supposed to be a man of integrity, so can you share with us? Do you think you are a man of integrity?
Yes, like I said, I'm a school principal, and I develop policies, and so I would like to lead by example. And anything that goes wrong, I query a lot. And so I'm a transformational leader. I would like to leave you better than I found you. All the teachers I train. And so
Let me quickly say this. Based on this,
yes, sir.
You are supposed, I'm just chipping this in, supposed to be more of an inspirational leader. There's a difference between transformation and inspiration, but people just use it.
Okay.
But this profile makes you somebody who wants to inspire change. When you transform, you are trying to change mindset.
Okay.
That's not what you do.
Okay.
What you do is to inspire change.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's why you said you lead by example.
That's right.
A transformational person wants to change your mind.
Okay.
Don't think this way.
Okay.
But you are more of an inspirational.
Yeah.
You even are one thing that's showing here also is that you're also very great with mentorship.
Yeah.
Because you have that way to show people the way, even without just the way you behave. Coming to work early, your work ethic is enough to allow people to want to be like you. You should even have quite a number of staff who are looking at you and wanting to be
very
like
well. I've inspired more than 10 people to become teachers.
Yeah, that's you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All the best. Would you say you are a quiet person?
Yes, I'm a quiet person.
I can see that
introverted.
You're more of a quiet, reserved person. It's okay. So let's talk about if you are imaginative.
Yes, I'm very imaginative.
What subject do you teach?
I teach maths, I teach English, I teach all subjects because it's a primary school.
It's a primary school?
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me about your imagination.
Yeah, right from my primary school. Whenever I'm listening to songs, I change the lyrics and put mine, to make the song sound somehow, put some funny lyrics. Even I can turn this table to a football pitch, so I'm very imaginative.
Tell me more about that. So let's look at, what did you study in this?
I studied educational administration.
But you're teaching maths now and all the subjects?
Yeah, right from my secondary school, because of my mom is a teacher, so I was very brilliant. I study hard and I'm put under strict rules and conditions. So I can virtually do anything.
It's okay. So when you read, do you find yourself cramming what you have read, or it's more of imagination?
Yeah. In fact, one of the things I always do while in secondary school is that I try to paraphrase things. I don't like to use the exact
word. You do that, it's okay. Do you think you're emotional too?
I'm not emotional.
You're not? So how do you work with children?
I have to be compassionate, of course, but I like to be logical and to get things done.
Because to work with children without a lot of empathy and sympathy.
No, it's not that I don't have empathy. When I say I'm not emotional now, I am not moved by. I don't get emotional on things that are frivolities. I like things going on straight and.
It's okay, because before you can be sympathetic with children, you have to.
No, I'm compassionate. I'm compassionate with them, and I change rules. I am flexible. However, I ensure I get them to get things done.
Okay. So do you think you're organized or you're a flexible kind of person?
I'm very organized. Very organized.
So how do you deal with children that are always coming for you to change rules? You just said now that you're flexible. So how do you do that?
Yeah, anytime there's a need to be flexible, I advise them. And I show them by example. I give them examples of different people who are organized. And now they achieve their own results.
It's okay. So you think you're more organized, planful, time conscious, scheduled person.
Yeah.
More than being flexible, adaptable kind of person.
No, I'm very flexible actually.
But which one are you more of? Yeah, human beings are always these two. But there's always one that you are more.
But I am very structured. Very structured.
Okay.
And I get disappointed when things are not going the way I've planned it.
You have planned it. It's okay. Thank you, Mr. Adekunle Adeseye.
Yes.
This is the Teacher's Reality Show.
The Teachers TV Reality Show.
The grand finale for the Teachers Reality TV show comes up this Saturday by 8 p.m.
As you are teachers and you are not agronomists or so, one of the reasons why I have passion about farming was what I grew up with, because as a child I used to have gardens just behind the house. I used to tell my staff I practically planted everything. I even planted meat. And it didn't grow. I kept asking my mom, why is it not growing? And then, of course, when we eat rice, the leftover rice. I didn't understand why rice was not growing too. So my mom kept explaining to me, especially the rice, that the rice has been cooked. So when they now pick, then not now that we have this imported rice, before they cook, they pick all those. So those ones they pick, I'll go and plant those ones. She still tell me those ones too have been boiled. That's how, So I picked that, and then I schooled in Katsina State, and I did agri science. It's one of the papers, or the only paper I had an A in. I used to have the best garden in school then. So since then, I had this passion I like watching things grow. That's how I came about. I'm retired. I got retired last year, April. That's when I left service. Now, as teachers, this is the way the world is going. I'm not going into it because of, say, I want to be a Bill Gates in farming. But I just want to, I have a passion I want to satisfy and then be able to meet my needs and that of my family while doing it in retirement, instead of just staying and feed on my pension. So it's at that early stage that these children can be molded to know that farming is not a dirty job. Farming is not for the downtrodden. These are all graduates, all of them, they're all graduates of agronomy from different universities, and they are working here and living here also. So if we don't have these farms, the teens that are coming out of the university, where will they be? Gone were the days when you'll employ a theater arts student to work in the bank. They were like that in those days. I don't know whether they still have them now. But at least if we are able to put the right peg in the right hole, we'll be better off as a nation. And if the president has given a marching order to us that we should go green, what are we still waiting for? Many people are in urban areas where they are not supposed to be, where they don't have any business. When Fashola was the governor, he made that statement in Lagos and people took him on. But that's the truth. There are people who came in from the villages who are respected farmers in their various villages. Respected in the sense that their yield was always something to talk about. But they left those villages and came to the city and sleep under bridges and what have you, doing nothing. So when he said some people have no business being in Lagos, to my understanding, that was what he meant. So if we can begin to encourage our youths now to take to it, whether as a subject or as a profession, whichever way, agribusiness has a lot of chain, value chain, lots of value chain. So if they begin to imbibe that culture or that teaching, then we'll have very little problem as we go on. Because if you go out of this country, what the Ghanaians are doing is enormous. They've virtually taken over the international market. So we are just coming up now, and we have the largest in numbers of these products that they send out. Ghana produces only about 8 million tubers of yam. We produce 26 million every year. But those 26 million, they're either in our stomach or decaying here and there. But if we're able to harness all what we produce in a season, then only us can imagine what we'll push out for money. So I want to urge you all, as you go back to your classrooms, whether you are teaching agric or not teaching agric, find a time. In my day, we have general studies. Even when I was at the academy in NDA, we still have those general studies. Find a time, set it aside, and just talk about farming. And then if we can go back to the days of gardening, I think that will also help, because that helped me. And I'm sure it will still help those that are coming up. So may God help us. Amen.
Teachers TV reality show.
I can't believe I had so much fun at that farm.
I actually did. And it just brought back those memories of having to grumble for hours as a growing teenager in the farm, you know?
I can't relate, but okay. Many thanks for staying with us on the show today. And don't forget that this grand finale is on Saturday by 8 p.m. We can't wait. You can catch all the highlights on our social media platforms.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
That's right. I'm Riari.
And I'm Babashel.
And until we come away again next time, it's good night.
They all grow to become strong leaders. Behind the scenes